Alright, what is going on, everyone? Welcome back to another video. Today, I am inside of, well, I guess I can't really say I'm inside Fortnite now, can I? But anyway, it is revolved around Fortnite. We all know Chapter 3 is coming to an end, most likely this Saturday at the live event. And so, basically what I'm doing today is we are making a tier list for every weapon they added in this season. So we've got the new weapons from this season, the chrome encrusted weapons. We've got the old Mark 7. You guys remember that weapon? It's this one right here. The one that the Rock had as his mythic.
Oh, yes.
So we're going to be ranking those. We're going to have some debates. We're not all going to agree. But for the most part, it's going to be a fun video. Alright, so the very first weapon we are starting with is the Anvil Rocket Launcher.
Now, that's a D.
A D? Now, before we get started, we've got these tiers. We've got God tier, which means this weapon was so good that it broke the game. We've got A tier, which is still really good. It's just, it didn't break the game, but it was still really good. B tier. B and C tier are basically the average tiers. D, it was okay, but not great. And then F is total failure.
D.
Alright, so for the Anvil Rocket Launcher, you got to think about when they added it into the game. When they added it into the game, we had a bunch of cars, we had a bunch of flying objects. So for the season it was in, which is Chapter 3, Season 2, it was actually C. Because I believe that season they added helicopters back in. And these were really good at taking those down. Can we all agree on that? You guess? Alright, so Alyssa, you say D tier?
I say D too.
Okay, you guys say D tier, so I guess we'll go D. Although I think it deserves a C, we'll go D. Let me know down in the comments what you guys think the Anvil should be. Alright, next up is the Auto Shotgun. This is a B tier weapon to me.
B.
It's a B tier weapon to me. It wasn't amazing, but it wasn't terrible. It was a really good shotgun to have in no builds because of how fast it shot. Alright, the Charge SMG, F.
Oh, it's definitely an F.
It was terrible. I hated it. If you guys don't know what that is, before you could shoot, you had to hold it down for a certain amount of time. It was like the Charge shotgun, just a lot worse. Alright, we got the chrome encrusted AR.
I'm putting that at B.
I was thinking B as well. It's not great, it's not terrible, but it's a reliable AR to have. Alright, I see.
Like the burst. It's pretty accurate.
Yeah, it is. We've got the chrome encrusted shotgun.
I'm putting that at C.
I have went back and forth on this shotgun. Okay, I agree that sometimes it's a C, sometimes it's a B, but the mythic version of this shotgun is kind of cracked. So I'm gonna put it in B. I'm gonna leave it in B, but if it's a mythic, it easily goes up to an A, in my opinion.
Is that a DMR?
All right, this is the new Cobra DMR.
F.
I cannot put it in F. Okay.
Yeah, there's no way you can put it in F.
There is no way I could put this in F. I'm thinking. I was thinking C.
What?
Because it's better. Listen, it's better than its counterpart, the original DMR, which I would put in D. I can't rank them both on the same tier because the Cobra is better than the original DMR, in my opinion. If you guys want to see why I say that, go watch my wheel video that I did a few days ago. You guys will see why. Alright, Combat AR.
Oh, that's an A.
I'm going to say it's a B.
I'm saying A.
You're saying A? So the A wins. Yeah. But the only reason why I say it a B, when it first came out in Chapter 2, the kick on this thing was awful.
That's true.
You would aim and it would just rise up. Now, that wasn't always a bad thing, but it was very hard to control. But the current version, I was rating it off the old. I'll rank it on the current version. At times, it could have been God tier.
True.
If you're, it's kind of. I think the combat assault rifle is more of a close range AR.
It's definitely more close range, but you could use it for long range at times. All right, combat SMG God tier.
God,
A.
God.
Yeah, God.
That thing, if you didn't have it and you were going against someone that did have it, especially in builds mode, it's like a nightmare.
You
All right.
can't do anything.
Yeah, you can't. Also, the drum shotgun God tier.
God. If you have the right person to use it.
If you have the right person that uses it, it is very annoying and can be very successful. Now, the only reason why it's in God tier, not A tier, go back to last season when it was in the game and you were in no builds. The thing destroyed you.
You barely had any time to pull out a gun.
All right. Next is up to the more. This is the more fun season weapon, the goo gun.
I say B because.
I also say B. It is a very good weapon. I'm actually surprised. Actually, if we're going off of brokenness, when it first was launched, you could say it was God tier.
True,
because no one knew how to counter it, and still you can't really counter it.
If you like put a bunch of goo on top of someone's builds, the one slot of goo will just explode the builds, and then the rest will go to the player. It's literally overpowered.
It is overpowered. I gotta put it in God tier. I know some people might disagree and say A or B tier, but with just how broken it is, I gotta go God tier, guys. Can we all agree on that?
Yeah.
All right, let's go on to the Ranger Assault Rifle.
Well, that's a B.
I can't put it. I can't put it in D, but I definitely cannot put it in B. This assault rifle, I would argue it's worse than the AK.
What?
The heavy assault rifle. I would argue.
AK is the worst.
I would argue this AR is a little worse than that. That might be might be controversial with some people, but that's my opinion. All right, let's go on to another fun weapon that wasn't as broken, the Ripsaw launcher.
That's a G.
I'd say F.
I'm with Brock on this one. It's got to be an F, guys. It was a good concept, but execution was terrible. Sorry, Epic Games, if you're watching this. It was. You could probably put it in D because it was decent in builds, but I'm a person that plays a lot of no builds. It was terrible in no builds, so I got to put it in F. All right, let's go on to the Ranger shotgun. I'm gonna put this one.
Yeah, it's an A.
I'm putting it in C.
I'm gonna put. I think it's a B tier shotgun. The big downside is you only get one shot with it. Upside is if you hit your shots, you can kill someone in one shot.
True, but and it also is good for long range.
It's basically a shotgun that's a sniper kind of deal.
It's kind of like the combat shotgun.
Yeah, I was about ready to say that. Kind of like when the combat was first released. All right. Let's get another weapon that I have a hard time getting behind. The silenced or suppressed SMG. Now, if we're talking about when this thing was first released, it would be God tier. If you guys remember back when I don't think KTB was playing then, but I remember I hopped on a game. This was before I was playing Fortnite immediately, and this thing, I died to a silent SMG far away. Like, I was far away from the person. This thing was like an AR. But now with its new version, I gotta say C.
No, I disagree with that totally. I say B.
You say B?
Yeah, I say B.
I say B.
I mean, you guys win, but I just can't get behind it. It's not my favorite SMG. I prefer other SMGs over it. I realized I missed the rapid fire, so we'll rank the rapid fire at the end, guys. All right, let's go with the Hunter Bolt sniper. I'm gonna say it's a. I can't put it in A, man.
That's an A.
You guys say A?
it's a sniper that one shots. Like, come on.
Yes, you're right, but
That was
when it was first launched in Chapter 3, it was not a one. I don't think it was a one shot then.
And another thing it has is 3 shots.
You're right. It does have 3 shots. Okay, I'll put it in A. It's a good sniper. I was gonna say B because it's a good solid sniper. I I don't think it's on the verge of being broken, but I'll put in A because you guys say that. The machine pistol. Who
Oh,
even remembers this thing?
D.
me.
I do, but and it's trash. It's absolute
Yeah.
garbage.
You, I
Like
remember
10
this.
damage.
I remember this because it was just spam. You spammed with it. It was when spamming in chapter 3 was big. I agree with D. It's on the verge of being an F, but I'll put it in D. All right, the revolver. It's good old trusty. I'm gonna say B.
Dude, I've always been good with the revolver, especially the blue one. Blue
Well,
one has always been
now
my go-to.
they did an update. It used to be the revolvers were different. This was the purple and legendary version. This design here, and the other design was different. Now they're all this design.
Yeah.
So I don't
I
know.
could
I kind of
rather
like the different designs, but I'm gonna say
I'd rather
B. Verge is C. It depends on who's using it. I was
I
always
would
solid with it.
I would have put it A if it had the other designs from blue and green.
Well,
A.
I don't know if I would do that, but I'm definitely going to say B. I think that's a good place for this. All right.
I agree, yeah.
Next shotgun we are going to do is the lever action. I'm going to say C.
C, I think fits it well because
It's not
fast
a
and
terrible shotgun, but it's
not
not a
bad.
great shotgun.
Yeah.
But if you have to pick it up, you can win fights with it. The prime shotgun, I'm going to say A tier.
Hey, God, 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 God.
I can't put in God tier. It's not broken. It
That
is
is so god.
it is not a broken shotgun, guys.
It's not. It's not. But it was really
it's
good.
not a broken shotgun, but
It's a good shotgun, but I can't put in God tier. I'm sorry, guys. The pistol, solid. I'm going to put in C. You guys agree with that?
um, it depends. It depends.
It
Who's
depends on the
using it.
rarity. That's my. If it's purple or legendary, I'll carry it. Other rarities, I stay away from.
You can use it as an SMG though.
Yeah, true. But you have to be fast
Pretty
clicking.
fun.
All right, let's go with the Stinger SMG. I've got to put this in A tier. It was on the verge of being broken. Then they nerfed,
It was
but then they nerfed it and it became B tier. But I'm gonna say it's A tier. What do you guys think?
even when they nerfed it, Gunner's SMG was still really good.
Actually, no. I dislike Gunner's SMG. I preferred to have a legendary SMG over Gunner's SMG.
I still have Gunner's SMG, but
I didn't prefer the Mythic. I thought the Mythic was too similar to the original thing.
either
What?
A.
I
Either,
think
people
I
could
think A
argue that
tier
you
is a
could put it
good
in
spot
B.
for it, my
Yeah.
opinion.
You
All
could
right,
argue that you could put it in B, but A is good spot for it.
I'm gonna
My
say an
opinion.
A. B. Some of you might say B. It was a nightmare to go against, but it was really good to have. All right, the two-shot shotgun.
I'm gonna say C.
I was also thinking
Ugh.
C. Yet again, a very good shotgun, but I would. Well, actually, I gotta go B. B.
No.
It
The
was
reason
two
I'm saying
shots
B,
because if you could hit the second shot, and if it was a headshot, that person's dead.
the reason I say C was because the recoil on it. It was
Yes,
had
the
so much.
recoil was terrible, but they nerfed that towards the end of season 3. I think it was in the game, and then it actually became pretty good. I actually mained it for a while, so I'm gonna say B. What do you say, KT? That's not a tier. I don't have an.
I don't know. It was pretty
B or
bad to
C.
me.
I mean,
C.
I'm gonna say B tier. You
I'm gonna
guys,
say a
you
D
guys
tier.
can voice your disgruntledness down in the comments below. This is my tier list after all. All right, let's go with the hammer assault rifle. I'm gonna say A tier.
A solid rifle, one of the best in the game.
Yeah,
A.
in the current season, it's the best in the game.
I still miss the regular assault rifle.
All right, let's go with the
Oh
heavy
yeah.
snipe.
I say
Oh,
B.
that's
I say
a
B.
that's an A.
All right,
Say
are
B.
we talking about last season's heaviest sniper?
No.
Technically, we have to go off of last season's heavy sniper.
Okay, true. But if
And if we
alright,
go off
it's
of
still
that,
B.
if we go off of
that's
that, you could put it in B if you were playing build modes. But if you were playing no build mode, it's kind of C. It's kind of garbage because one-shot snipes wasn't a thing last season, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, they were. But still.
So you can argue either of these tiers. Personally, I like the heavy snipe. I'm putting it in B, but there's definitely an argument for it to go down the C tier. All right. Next up, the Striker Burst Assault Rifle. I'm putting this in A. It was an amazing assault rifle.
Oh yeah.
It was amazing. Then they nerfed it, which it made it kind of bad. But if you could hit your shots, man, it was sweet to see that double damage. Or triple damage if you could hit your third shot. All right. Mark 7
Okay, I think C. C.
C for this?
Yeah. I don't think you can really classify this as an AR. Like,
I mean, I think you personally can. I really do think you can classify this as an AR. Sorry, that was my phone.
What is that?
The Mark 7
Okay,
assault
so
rifle. When it was first released, God tier.
Oh,
But by the time they got done nerfing it, it was C tier. Last but not least, the good old Striker Pump.
A.
I'm saying B.
Okay.
B. It's a B tier, guys. Let me know what you think about our tier list down below. Hit the like and subscribe button. Let me know what you guys would have made this list look like. I personally am happy with my tier list. Hit the like and subscribe button. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.